Hi guys, this is FFAN 16. Welcome to a Digimon Story Time Strangers Everything We Know So Far video. Gonna go into some details of what I've learned about the game from scavenging through the Bandai Namco website for it, as well as from Digicon, just in one central place for you of what we kind of got going on, and a little bit of details from the past video releases they've done. So let's get into it and dive in. The Digimon franchise is evolving. We're getting another story game and I'm super excited. This one is going to be a lot different in regards to the amount of mechanics that we have in it compared to the last one, as well as a brand new storyline. The previous two Digimon story games kind of played in parallel with each other in regards to story, but this one seems to be on its own kind of story level. There was no mention of any of the previous characters, and I haven't seen Miri or the Digilab at all. So that's telling me that this is either another parallel universe or just another time period from what was going on in those two previous games. Now, like with any Digimon story game, this is for fans and new gamers alike. You don't need to know the previous games to play this one, and I think that the Digimon story games are really new gamer friendly for Digimon games and very fast paced and engaging. So I would highly suggest this to anybody who's looking at kind of a more real live action RPG, but still with kind of turn-based elements. You'll see what I mean when we get to the battle system. So I'm going to touch on a couple key features here, and I'm going to start with a little bit of the story and the new missions you're going to find yourself. You're an agent of Adamus. Adamus is a secretive organization tasked with investigating and resolving anomalous phenomenon, aka they investigate Digimon. Because Digimon are usually the phenomenons that get dealt with in these universes. The story does begin within present-day Tokyo, and there's a big post-apocalyptic thing going on where you find yourself in the middle of it and a mysterious explosion happens and the protagonist is thrown 8 years into the past and welcome in time travel. This time traveling event sets the stage for a high stakes mission which you need to go and try to prevent the collapse of both the human world and the digital world. So there's a lot on your shoulders here. You're going to be working with your Digimon partners and the NPCs to figure out what's going on, why the thing happened in the present, aka future that did, and how you're going to prevent it. So just some nuances with this one. We are in the digital world for kind of like the first time in the last couple story games. We're finally in the digital world and we find ourselves in a land called Lilad. This is an area of the digital world that is, to me, kind of like what File Island is, but it's not on File Island. You know what I mean, guys? Like File Island is its own continent and we're on another continent referred to Lilad. This is just my opinion. Lilad is a vast and immersive realm filled with unique biomes, story arcs, and Digimon. And oh my goodness, do we have Digimon. There's going to be over 450 plus variants of Digimon in this game, and I'm super excited to collect each and every one of them and just to see what our evolution trees are. Unlike previous titles though, players can only access the digital world and the real world. I don't think there's a middle realm like Eden in this one. There's been no mention of it or any kind of intermediate place you need to go to before you head to the digital world, but hey, more details are yet to come. Time Strangers does expand the digital frontier, offering more opportunities to explore and interact with Lilad's diverse environments and again, the vast amount of Digimon in their different biomes. Next section, let's dive into the characters we're going to be controlling and some very important NPC characters. So like every other story game, you get to choose between a male or female protagonist, but unlike past story games, the protagonist you do not choose gets to become your operator, which is freaking amazing. I love it. They don't just disappear and don't exist. They actually play a role in the story with you. So you pick your main character and the other one gets to yap in your ear the whole way through as they are now your operator for your company or your agency of Adamus, and they will stay at headquarters giving you guidance and mission updates. So prepare to be talked to a lot. This dual character system adds depth to the narrative and allows players to experience both the fieldwork and the strategic oversight of the game, as you're going to be working with that now NPC main character as your sidekick. Now, a very important character that's going to be joining the protagonist is Inori Mizuno. She is a kind-hearted school-age girl who has a very, very important digital partner, Egomon, who is the center of the story. He is, I think, in what I can perceive, is he's kind of partial to why the time traveling element happens. I don't know. Don't leave me a comment. Let's not spoil it for people. These are just my theories. But Egomon is not only a battle companion, he joins you as your fourth non-controllable party member, but is a key figure in unfolding events, representing the emotional core of the gameplay narrative. The next area we're going to talk about is the different environments you'll find yourself in. One being the human world and the other being the digital world. Let's look at the human world first. Like every other story game, we are going to find ourselves in locations based in Tokyo, and man, they're going to be bigger, beautifuler, and more robust than they have been in the past. With the newest hardware, we're going to see a lot more active, immersive locations within Tokyo, and I cannot wait to run around and just see how beautiful the city is on the latest hardware. Meanwhile, when we head to the digital world at Lalad, it is divided into many different regions, and I'm finding this is probably where you're going to spend a majority of your time, because one of the main areas in the digital world is your central hub, which is called Central Town. This is where the protagonist is going to be able to find shops, hangouts where you can hang out with other Digimon, you could talk with them, you can go to a bar and, you know, hang out. There's probably going to be mini games, who knows, I'm just making this stuff up just by what I've seen from the screenshots. This is where you're going to pick up your missions and where the story is going to advance from. Another area that we're aware of that is going to be a part of the digital world is the Gear Forest. This is a lush forest-based biome, and what's cool about these different biomes, guys, is that they're gonna have specific biomes type Digimon that match where you're at. So I'm guessing since we're going to be in a lush forest-based one, we're going to see a lot of earth element type Digimon and vegetation type Digimon in this area, and I cannot wait to see the different biomes for the type of Digimon elements that we can find in this game. The next one that they kind of talked about was the Abyss area. This is a mysterious water theme region, and of course you're going to find all the different type of water Digimon here, and depending on your party type and what you like to focus on, you're going to be spending a lot of time within the biome of the Digimon that you want to scan to add to your party. Each area is designed to offer unique Digimon encounters. I'm guessing like mini boss fights, environmental storytelling, so stories that belong within those biomes, and mission-based gameplay to deepen the player's connection with the digital world. I'm excited. I cannot wait to spend more time in the digital world. We can now also ride our Digimon, so while you're traversing the digital world, you no longer have to run everywhere like previous games. Now you can hitch a ride with, it looks like at least your champion level Digimon are higher, so you are going to be able to travel faster with your partner Digimon. Now let's get to the meat and bones. Let's look at the battle system, and oh boy, there's a lot to talk about here with the battle system. Not only are we bringing back the staples that you can expect from a Digimon story game, like 3-party battles, multiple skills, elemental attacks versus weaknesses and strengths, but there's more. All right, so like I said, they're still bringing back all the goodnesses that you're used to from story games, but instead of random battles on the field where you have no idea where you're going to get an encounter, we now can see the Digimon on the field that we can engage with. So you can run up to them and engage in a battle, which will transition to the 3 on X amount of Digimon that you're attacking. And you go ahead with giving your Digimon commands to the different type of attacks you want them to do. Just remember your elemental attribute system and the different kind of plays that you have with your strategy to do weaknesses and strengths, as well as focusing on special abilities to help you win those battles, especially boss battles. One of the new things that have been highlighted with this battle system is now the trait system. Traits are highlighted on each individual Digimon, which allows players to match abilities and elements for more powerful attacks. So it's kind of like comboing. This adds a layer of technical depth and encourages experimentation with team composition. So you could really like mold your team quite uniquely to your play style. And even though you and somebody else might have the same team, your team might be quite a bit different from their team just by how you do their traits system. One of the other things that has been brought in is something that your tamer can now do to help with finishing combo. No longer are you just reliant on your Digimon coming up with their finisher, but now your tamer can assist with cross arts. Cross arts is a feature, which is a dynamic mechanic where your agent's Digivice, so they're going to use your smartphone, is going to trigger a support or follow-up attack action. So you're going to have a gauge that fills, and once it's full, your tamer can execute via their Digivice a support action or a follow-up attack. They do play a critical part on helping you be strategic in winning with battles, especially boss battles, and help you exploit your enemy's weaknesses by utilizing your cross arts in specific ways depending on which art you want to use. So that is a lot of information, but just to sum it up, we're going to get our usual story stuff, 3 party members, 3 on backup. So in case any of your party members, you need to switch them out or they die, you can bring in. So you have 6 Digimon in your Digivice at any given time, 3 active, 3 in reserve. You will be able to use all of their skills that you've unlocked with them, plus your traits as well as your cross arts to help you win battles. The next section is by far my favorite part of the Digimon story games, and that's being able to gain Digimon, train Digimon, and evolution of their different evolution lines. Digimon, oh my goodness, the amount of Digimon that they have in this game, over 450 different available Digimon in this game is crazy, guys. I think this is one of the largest rosters they've had in a Digimon game. This includes being able to pick many more different evolution lines from a single rookie or baby that we haven't had before. Digimon Story Time Strangers offers an extensive customization and training options, not only from your classic farm and grinding and trait learning from your Digimon, but something that your tamer can now do to assist them in their learning experiences, which we'll get further down here. Digimon now can be converted from scan data while in the field. Your scan data gets put into your Digivice immediately after defeating the Digimon in battle. This streamlines the capture process and keeps players immersed in exploring and combat without needing to return to the central Digilab to be able to take that data and convert them. So it's a little bit more fluid way of using your Digivice now for your kind of central Digilab hub. Like I said, guys, I don't think there is a Digilab in this one, and I haven't seen Miri at all, so I'm really hoping she kind of makes an appearance somewhere, but I don't think we're gonna need to go to the Digilab anymore. Everything's gonna be on our Digivice. Digivolving and de-digivolving paths are back. This is again a staple, allowing the player to unlock multiple forms and evolutions that their Digimon can go to, and it can really then customize their personality traits, items, and their bond points. You want to be using this system a lot. You want to tweak, you want to evolve and devolve and help the points raise. You will gain level stats, you will gain other stats on your Digimon by doing the evolution cycle. Each Digimon can be customized with 5 attachment skills and 2 equipment slots, which is pretty cool. You could definitely have a lot of customization with your Digimon here. It enables player to tailor their team to their preferred playstyle. So there's a lot of focus here on you being able to create a game style that you enjoy rather than what the game is telling you they can only do. A returning staple to the series here is that they allow you to put your Digimon on Digifarms. Digifarms are here. Instead of being a flat plane, though, it looks like they're a circular kind of biome that you can store your Digimon on, I'm assuming within your Digivice, and the usual stuff is here. You got your training, you got your food, they will stay in there, they'll probably go on little missions and stuff. I'm really hoping that we can find items like we did in previous games, like USBs and stuff to help plug into your Digimon Digimon to help with experience gain or money gain? If so, definitely going to be utilizing that. One new aspect that is coming to this game that hasn't been in other story games before is something that your tamer can now do, which is the agent skill system. This is something that you get as an agent of Adamus that is specific to your role within the company. These skills are integrated into the Digifarm management and offers unique bonuses and achievements that just enhances the Digifarm. There are 5 distinct agent skill trees that you can go and unlock different kind of attributes and traits. They are loyalty, valor, philanthropy, amicably, and wisdom. Now the agent skill tree needs points, and these points are the anomaly points which you gain through missions and throughout the gameplay. So the more missions you do, the more points you get. Again, it's just a skill tree system. As you progress through these trees, you'll unlock specific abilities and influence how your Digimon will grow and train, and even farm interactions. So really enhances more of what we can do with the Digifarm that we couldn't do in the past. My final thoughts is, oh man, I'm super excited, guys. Anytime a new Digimon game comes out, I am all for it, and especially since it's been, I think, about 10 years since we've had a story game, so super excited to see what they're gonna do on the new hardware we have available to play these games on. And the amount of Digimon in this one is just gonna make me busy for hours, and I cannot wait to put guides together for you guys. And what's really exciting is they have announced the 3 Digimon that we get to pick as our starter Digimon. You get to pick one of these 3, and that is Patamon, Gomamon, and Demi-Devimon. Those are the 3 you could choose. I think I'm gonna go for Demi-Devimon just because I think his evolution line would be something I want to focus on first, and I'm sure the other 2 are going to be scannable Digimon within the first area anyways. We'll pick them up really quickly, but I think that's going to be my starter Digimon. What's your guys' thought on Digimon Story Time Strangers? Are you excited? Who's going to be your starter Digimon? Have you pre-ordered it? And what's your thoughts about the information that we gotten so far? Leave me down in the bottom below the comments. Don't forget, all my sources for this information are in my description if you want to go and find out where I got this information from and read more about the stuff I haven't covered. And hit that subscribe button because more Digimon stuff is coming down the line on this channel, as well as other content. Hit that like button if you like the information I provided, and as always, guys, happy gaming.